Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is we're going over to the news for the Guilty Gear Strive set. UVS Games has dropped a few articles, one a design teaser, another one about pre-release, another one about content creator reveals. So we're just going to get right into it. The Guilty Gear design teaser by Jai-Chin Tao, senior game designer, which is a newer game designer. I believe they designed some Magic stuff. People did some digging, found that out, but they looks like they were the lead design on Guilty Gear Strive, so let's go ahead and get to it. Welcome, Universe players to Universus Guilty Gear Strive Edition. By now you're familiar with our tradition of our partnering with classic and new IPs to bring fresh ideas to the mix, and Guilty Gear Strive is no exception. As the lead designer for Strive, I'm excited to walk you through all of what we cooked up this time. So we're going to go around some core features, most of it being a smaller set compared to recent releases. Experimented with they experimented with the Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity release. Here we saw an opportunity to test with a leaner offering while still packaging. I don't know, doesn't make sense. To test a leaner offering while still package that and introduces new advantages to our players. That's just weird. Anyway, Guilty Gear Strive will be faster and easier to complete for collectors, while newcomers will find it more approachable than ever. Fear not, each Blitz box booster pack will still contain the same number of cards, along with the usual assortment of awe-inspiring alts and chromes. So I'm wondering if that means that we will get the same amount of... I doubt we'll get the same amount of alts, but I don't know. We are continuing to deploy the symbols selectively, only including ones that best match the tighter roster, card designs, and the overall IP identity. So we're going to get Air, All, Chaos, Earth, Fire, Void, Order, and Water, representing Guilty Gear Strive. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to the most unique element of Guilty Gear Strive, the debut of the tension keyword and our first ever token card. So we got a couple of attacks. Looks like we got a 4/3, 1 high block, tension ranged. So looks like we know by this card we add 1 Roman cancel token to our momentum by Behemoth Typhoon's helpful text. Let's see, make sure that came out okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, perfect. So we use the effect below that matches the card type check to play this. So it's you get a check and attack. So it's kind of cool. I like this design space just because we get to choose, like, depending on it's a random effect, which is kind of nice, where we get either 2 speed, 2 damage, or we get to draw a card, which is really nice. So it could be a 4 for 4, a 2 for 6, or just a 2/4 draw card, and it gets us a momentum, a Roman cancel, I should say, in our momentum. And then we got Behemoth Typhoon, 6 difficulty, 3 check, 0 high block. 0 high block, it's sick. 5 high for 7, tension, charge, slam. Response, after you commit 3 or more cards to pass the check to play this card, your rival commits 2 foundations. So if you play this like on an 8, and you check a 5, you commit 3. Cool thing is though, if we block with this card, this effect also can trigger. So if we check a 3 and we need a 6 and we commit 3 or more, we stun 2 of them on their turn, which is sick. For a 6 diff uncommon, I'm down for this. Next up is one of the defining features that Guilty Gear Strive apart from other fighting games. Of course, its tension mechanic. Players build up tension gauge by, well, being aggressive, advancing, attacking, and keeping up the pressure. The field meter unlocks powerful abilities called Roman Cancel, which range from explosive all-in combos to safe retreats and resets. It's not about timing your actions, but knowing how to best spend this flexible resource that sets the game apart from its competition. As a casual fan of the franchise, I knew I wanted to bring this deep, satisfying mechanic into Universus in every way I could. So it's kind of weird that they wanted to bring it in. I mean, it's cool. It's what sets Guilty Gear apart from other, fighting games. Because other games have like a burst, push block, stuff like that. Even though like this does have a burst mechanic too, but Roman Cancel allows you to cancel a move into another move, and allows you to do things to like stop what you're doing and do other things. if I remember correctly. Our exploration began examining momentum-related mechanics as tension is generated through aggressive plays, just like momentum is for our game. Due to complex nature of various Roman cancel effects, I pitched using a token card to manage text length and clarity. Thus, the first ever UVS token with mechanical abilities was born. The game design team playtested the initial version for a few weeks before locking in its overall shape. Final design was surprisingly close to where we started, thanks to key elements that both constrained our creativity and led us to the solution. So, what we got? So, a Roman cancel, remove this card at the beginning of your turn. So, it removes at the beginning of your turn no matter what. So, this may never be able to be placed face down. You may only play one ability named Red each turn. The same is true of the abilities named Purple, Yellow, and Blue. So those are all just once per turns. But the issue is, why don't they just say all abilities on this token are once per turn instead of saying all that? It could have been a little more concise, right? So we got Red Roman Cancel, Enhance, remove this Roman Cancel. So we remove the token to change the zone of the attack. So that's cool. We got Mirio on face. Purple Response, remove. Spend 1 momentum. After your block attack resolves, clear it from your card pool and draw a card. That's very aggressive. It's very good because since we know tension, we'll find out. Tension adds this to your momentum. So, and there has been confirmation that you can spend the token as you would normally spend momentum. So you would remove. So you need an additional momentum for this to work. So if you play double tension attacks, or if we play if we're chaos attuned, we can get finally free, get a momentum, then after an attack we get to clear it and draw a card. That's pretty sick, but I don't want Pony to have this. After your blocked attack resolves, we get to clear it and draw a card, which is really good. Next is Yellow, Response, remove, spend a momentum. Before you take damage from an unblocked attack, change that damage to 3. So it's supposed to be like a defensive mechanic, but the only issue is on turn 2, unless you somehow got a momentum on turn 2, an additional momentum, this card's useless. This ability is really useless until later game. And then Blue Form, remove, freeze 1 Rival Foundation. So I do like the fact that every ability removes, so you just can't keeps using one, then you don't use it twice. You have to, remove the cancel card to do something else. I wonder if they're going to have all tarts of this. I would be surprised. Everyone will want to foil Roman Cancel. Rules-wise, Tension is a blitz timing mechanic. When you play an attack, you may play this ability as a blitz effect. When you do, add 1 Roman Cancel token to your momentum. Don't worry, we're using double-sided printing technology to put these on the backside of our character cards. Okay, so that's cool. So there's a character card in every pack, so you'll get a Roman Cancel token with every pack. The rules for token cards will allow you to use the token's abilities in the zone it was created in. While the Roman Cancel token is in your momentum, it grants you access to 4 different abilities, and you may activate any of them once per turn, following the usual timing rules and additional costs. For Guilty Gear Strive fans, you'll notice that each ability on the Roman Cancel token reflects the original version of the fighting game. Blue provides an advantage in neutral, purple helps you recover from overcommitting, and so on. We initially costed every ability the same, requiring only the token itself as payment, but that proved difficult to balance in terms of the desired output. Yeah, if you could just use the token to pay cost, that's nuts. Just because you can just keep clearing and drawing cards, because every token is once per turn. Or actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna play one. Okay, so this little text here means we can only play 1 of each. So hopefully this was, they probably realized that you had to add that. More importantly, we found that the gameplay more engaging when players had to weigh different costs for different effects of levels of impact. Another obvious departure from the game that you may have caught, these tokens are spent after 1 full turn. While the fleeting nature of the token is new to our game, we found this change to improve player experience and incentivize proactive tactics rather than stockpiling resources. Yeah, because what's from stock, if they didn't have the remove it from, you remove the token from the zone at the beginning of your turn, you could just stockpile a bunch of Roman Cancels and just go wild, right? Granted, that was before. I hope they had the once per turn thing. But you could use that as, you can spend them as momentum. So you just stockpile a bunch of free momentum and then just go in. During development, we made several small, meaningful adjustments. Blue timing windows shifted to form speed, yellow's impact was reduced, and red went through several redesigns, moving away from win-more versions that required additional momentum. I believe purple had the least change. We liked it so much from the start. Ultimately, we added an additional safety valve by limiting... Okay, so it didn't have that to begin with. By each activation once per turn, we believe the first activation already feels rewarding, but additional uses, in particularly the defensive ones, can quickly become frustrating to play against. It was also important to the team to test how well these tokens act as momentum to fuel for other cards. Okay, there it is right there. Yet another reason we don't want tokens to stick around to build up over time. Instead, you have to figure out how best to use them the turn you get them. So if you don't use them, you'll lose them, kids. And indeed, you have no shortage of ways to access Roman cancels. Once we locked in on the mechanic, I decided to go all in supporting it. After all, every attack in the video game builds tension, builds the tension meters. So what a better way to capture that by giving tension to most of the attack cards in the set? Oh my god. It's momentum.set. I had to juggle the rarities a bit to ensure the boosters for sealed and draft formats still have access to the same distribution of attacks and non-attacks, but the end result is that most of the attacks in the set, excluding a handful of secret and ultra rares, carry the tension keyword. It's time to go wild. So, excluding a handful of secret and ultra rares. So some of the ultra rares and secrets don't even have the gimmick that it's based on. Okay, that's interesting. And then we got Throw Servant, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 3 high for 3. Tension, ally ranged. Blitz, if you have another ally card in your card pool, draw a card. So, Water Attuned, this goes, I think, right into Kurama, Yoko, and Leash, just because we like card draw. And we lack card draw on that deck, and this is, I know it's only 3 damage, but I think it's a good trade-off. I know some people are mad that it says Throw Servant, and it's not a throw. The issue is she's launching her servant, Jacko's servant, at the rival, so there's no reason to have throw, because you're not, when you throw someone, you're throwing an opponent. This isn't really a throw. Next up we got Sepultura. I think I said that right. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 4 high for 5. Tension, ally kick. It's not an error kick. That's too bad. Tension, ally kick, blitz. If you have 2 or more momentum, this attack gets plus 3 damage. So, since you can have 2 tension gauges, that's considered 2 momentum? Or is it considered tokens? So I have to get a ruling on that, because I'm not sure if the tokens count as momentum, because it's added, but you can use them to pay for effects. So I believe there's an article dropping by the time this has already come out. So I have to move my video. So there's an article coming out the day this video comes out, and we'll see if they further explain the tension mechanic. That's all I have for today. Before you leave, I would like to give a shout out to Lenoko, Guile, and Josh Alexander for contributing to the fun and faithful adaptation of the IP, even with the smaller set size. I hope you find plenty of joy in discovering the character designs, the top-down game references, and hidden Easter eggs. Ooh, cool. We like Easter eggs. So next article is the Stripe Guilty Gear, the content creator previews. Unfortunately, everybody, I am not in it. These 8 content creators got the characters, so we'll see what comes out. And that starts, it started yesterday. As of recording, it would be tomorrow. So we'll see what comes out, and then, we'll see how cool these characters are, because obviously they have to do something with the tension mechanic, because there's no point. So we'll see. Then next up, let's rock. Guilty Gear Strive pre-release starts November 21st. It's time to turn the volume all the way up. On November 21st, the pre-release for Strive kicks out at local game stores, giving our chance to crack packs, hit the tables before the release next week. bonus for showing up. All participants will receive an exclusive promo card, the Chamaki Roman Cancel token. Only available at participating game stores, not in booster packs. Don't miss out. Completionist collectors take note. This is a must-have to finish the 9-card alt art image. So it looks like we got Potemkin. Looks like Soul right there. I would assume that's Kai or Bridget. Maybe. But yeah, this, I wish it's just a token, so this must be the backside of the Roman Cancel. That's pretty cool. Check below for pre-releases near you. Let's see. Let's check out Illinois. Look, we got Borsat Gaming. And we got Quest Givers. Hey, those are 2 stores I can go to. Look how cool that is. That's awesome. Red Raccoons, and Red Raccoon has it twice. They have 2. And then Borsat, oh yeah, Borsat also has, we also have 2. We have one on that Wednesday. So yeah, very sick. I'm very excited for this set. I was more excited for the set than I was for Turtles. I am looking forward to playing with these cool Guilty Gear characters. I'm really interested to see who made it in, because 8 characters isn't even the is like half the roster, I believe. And we'll see. Maybe we'll get promos. That would be sick if we got promo characters. Playing at locals to fill out the Guilty Gear Strive, like, you know, not the roster. I would like that. That'd be super cool, kind of like the Tekken. So let me know in the comments below who you're looking forward to playing. Are you excited for Guilty Gear? Do you think tension is too powerful? What's your thoughts on Roman Cancel? I want to know your thoughts, so please comment down below. Don't forget to hit those bells for notifications, and until the next video, take care.